Hey, what's going on, guys? Hopefully, you guys don't hear my washing machine in the background. I'm HM Josh, and I'll be bringing you my Week 6 Season 2 IACL match versus RockingPancake and the North Carolina Needle Kings. So this week, his team consisted of Volcanion, Dragonite, Megadancy, Cobalion, Zapdos, Drapion, Rhydon, Claydol, Flareon, and Tango. Hopefully, I can edit the team on the side, but if I can't, that's a real shame, am I right? So, yeah, that's pretty much his team roundup, and his team is reasonably scary because it's hard to set up Stealth Rock versus a team with a Mega Dancy and a Dragonite for his Dragon Steel. No, his Dragon Fairy core. Excuse me, man, I'm messing up. The Steel type is Cobalion, but anyways, that's his team. My team is the same as always. But if you guys don't remember, I'll say my team out loud. My team consists of Azumarill, Latios, Bronzong, Tyranitar, Blaziken, Torterra, Licky, Staraptor, Mega Beedrill, and Raichu. As you see this week, I don't have my Azumarill for the first time this season, so obviously this comes for desperate measures. If I can't even bring the Pokemon that's always carried the team on its back every week, next to Bronzong, of course, what you see is on the screen. So yeah, he's coming this week, so that's awesome. Oh man, a lot of talking. Anyways, let's go over my first Pokemon. My first Pokemon is Torterra. This week, bringing a physically defensive set so I can handle his Drapion and his Cobalion if it's a physically offensive set. If he is a special set with 8 Hidden Power Ice, then that could hurt both the HP investment I have. I can't die to 1 Hidden Power Ice from full. If I'm at a certain amount of HP and he's max special attack, then potentially I can. Well, could. Where's the English? Potentially I could die to it, but yeah, that's the only case scenario. I also have enough speed to outspeed a non-max speed invested Volcanion, excuse me. If he does choose to not bring max speed Volcanion, that would be great because my Torterra would outspeed and absolutely destroy it with an Earthquake after Stealth Rock, so that's good to know. I also have the Toxic, so I can hit the Tango pretty hard, and I can also hit the Claydol really hard if it does choose to switch it on a potential Earthquake that I have. And I can also hit the Rhydon really hard, even though Wood Hammer does a lot to it, even though I'm not invested at all. It also hits the Drapion reasonably hard. It's pretty much the reason why I'm bringing it, because I don't have a really clean switch into Drapion, so this is my clean switch into it, basically. And also my knockoff switch in because I want to have my items on the rest of my Pokemon, because that would be great if I were to keep them. So yeah, Synthesis I can have longevity because I didn't want Lead Seed. That didn't feel like the best idea in my opinion, but I could have brought it if I wanted to. But I feel like it wasn't the best idea. And Toxic, Earthquake, Wood Hammer, I can't touch Drapion, so if it does come up against me, that would be a big problem, and hopefully I can handle that because my immediate switch would probably be my Bronzong, and after a +1, if he has taken Stealth Rock damage, I will be okay because Gyro after +1 to a Dragonite, not after a broken multi-scale, is going to do a lot, so that's good to know. My next Pokemon is going to be my Latios. Latios this week being specially defensive, just so I can handle the Volcanion, because Volcanion is scary, it's a threat, and I don't want it to beat my team, so this is my immediate answer to it. Hidden Power Steel, just in case I want to try to catch a Mega Dancy, or if I'm moving at a high enough amount of HP, I can live a Moonblast, and potentially, it's not very good, but I can, and hit it with a Hidden Power Steel. And he can also overpredict, go for like Diamond Storm, or like Earth Power, Hidden Power Ice, etc. Hidden Power Fire even. And I can easily hit it with a Hidden Power Steel, and that would be great. That's the dream and the goal. So yeah, especially defensive Latios is basically built for special attackers. He doesn't have a lot of them, and the few that he does have, one of them being Mega Dancy, absolutely destroying me. The other really being Claydol and Volcanion, and Zapdos, of course. And it does pretty much handle all 3 of those 4, unless even if it's an Ice Beam Claydol and it has to be max special attack to really do anything to me. So that's something to note. Anyway, so yeah, that's my Latios this week, JJ. Hopefully flying his way to victory. Helping my way to victory. Anyways, my next Pokemon is going to be my Cleric this week, my Licky, my Ron Jeremy. It's come to a lot of matches because it's able to eat hits, it's able to pass off wishes to my Pokemon and keep them healthy. That's what this thing is built to do. That's why it's on my team. It makes my Ghost weakness to my Bronzong non-existent. So yeah, that's something to know. Anyways, my Licky is Heal Bow, Wish Protect, and Ice Beam. Ice Beam just so the Dragonite doesn't choose to try to set up on me, because normally a Dragonite would be able to set up on any form of Licky Licky, but this week after Soft Rock, or even just 2 Ice Beams, I can easily kill it. So that's something to keep in mind when it comes to the match. So yeah, this week it's pretty self-explanatory, especially defensive. So I can live a couple of hits from Volcanion, to the point where I can just click Wish, Protect, and I'll be okay. To the point where it'll just have to switch, because a lot of its moves don't have a lot of PP, and I can easily stall out the PP on like Fire Blast, Steam Eruption, etc. So yeah, that's something to. That was my idea on Licky Licky, and yeah, that's pretty much it for Licky Licky. Standard Cleric set, Ice Beam, especially defensive. Yeah, that's it. Next Pokemon is one of my win conditions. It's going to be my Blaziken, max attack, 100 HP with 152 speed, because that's enough. That's all the speed I need to outspeed its fastest Pokemon, being max speed Mega Dancy by 1 point. Yes, because I go up to 351 speed at level 100. And yeah, my moveset is High Jump Kick, Stun Edge, Baton Pass, and Flare Blitz. Baton Pass, we're going to carry it a second time because it didn't work at all versus Sean, because I didn't switch it in at all, really. I only switched it in once, and then I swapped it out immediately. So yeah, let's see how Blaziken does this week. Yeah, Baton Pass for the initiative. Flare Blitz, so I can hit Pokemon such as the Cobalion, the Tangrowth, pretty hard. And then High Jump Kick for pretty much the rest of his team. Barring the Zapdos, he doesn't have a fighting resist. So that was my idea, bringing Scarf Blaziken. That way I can outspeed his whole team. And if they're all weak enough, I can click High Jump Kick and actually just pretty much clean up his team. So that was my idea there. And yeah, that was pretty much my reason for bringing it. Man, I'm stuttering a lot. I'm sorry, guys. Anyways, my next Pokemon is going to be my Bronzong. Bronzong with the Reflect, because I'm kind of scared of Drapion Pursuit Trapping my Latios. So if he does go into Bronzong on my, if he does go into Drapion on my Bronzong, I can click Reflect, predicting the Drapion. Man, I can click Reflect, predicting the Drapion. I can go into my Torterra. It hits reasonably well, because with a Reflect and my investment, he can't really touch my Torterra, even at +2 after a Swords Dance. And then I also have Gyro Ball and Stealth Rock, because Gyro Ball absolutely destroys the Mega Dancy, and Stealth Rock because it scares out Mega Dancy, and I get my Stealth Rock up, and then Life is good, Life is great, and then that's awesome. Special defensive, again, this is my 3rd specially defensive Pokemon, because he has a lot of special attackers on his, well, not a lot, but his main key offensive threats are special attackers. And I need to be wary of that, so I have to be specially defensive on pretty much everything, because his physically offensive threats are, besides the Dragonite, can easily be handled by my Wolves. So yeah, Gyro Ball, Stealth Rock, Reflect, Toxic, so I can hit the Tangrowth pretty hard, because I don't have a lot of coverage for Tangrowth for my team, bar my 2 offensive threats, because my Latios isn't really an offensive threat this week. But Draco Meteor can still do a lot if he is defensive with no AV. So that is something to note. So yeah, that's pretty much my Liberty this week. Liberty coming to every single match, which for a reason, because it does its job really, really well. Anyways, my last Pokemon is another one of my win conditions, Choice Banded Staraptor, because if I wanted to bring something that was offensive, it was going to have to be a Staraptor, because my other Pokemon can't really do much of anything to his team. I could have potentially brought the Dragonite, but I didn't want to give the Mega Dancy a special defense boost. But then again, a lot of my team is physically offensive, so I don't know. That was pretty much my idea. But in all reality, I probably should have brought the Tyranitar, but it's a little too late for that now. There's always next time. Anyways, my Carly Ray Jensen, even though it's not Tyranitar, it easily drills his team after his physically defensive Pokemon known as Rhydon and Cobalion both go down. And I know none of my stabs can touch Mega Dancy, but a Banded U-turn will pretty much hurt if it does choose to switch in on it. Man, I'm trying to talk clearly, but nothing is coming out correctly. But yeah, a Banded U-turn, if it does choose to switch in, will do a lot. I obviously cannot speed unless I have a Scarf, so I have to switch out into my Bronzong every single time. So yeah, Bronzong and my Licky and my Latios have a huge job this week in walling the special attackers. And then my Torterra kind of handles his physical threats. The only one it doesn't handle is the Dragonite, which is it could potentially be a problem. But besides that, I feel like this team will be good to go. So yeah, the goal and the goal this season and this week is to try to make sure I can drill his defensive threats, and I can also keep my walls alive to handle his offensive threats. Because honestly, the matchup this week isn't too good because I really have only one true counter to Mega Dancy, and that is my Bronze Song, which even at max special defense, a max special attack Moonblast is going to do a lot. I mean, a lot of damage. Because Stab Fairy from a base 160 special attack Pokemon, man, it's just crazy. Just crazy. So I hope this team is able to, pull a win this week. We already had the battle, so you'll be able to see the battle after my team builder. So yeah, that'll be fun. I might just post them both today because I want to try to catch up on my other leagues that I'm in. But of course, the IACL is my priority. IACL is my priority compared to any other league because this is the league that I promised I would dedicate my time to. Yeah, and I'm kind of running out of that time because I'm taking Algebra 2 classes because I want to test out because I am a junior this year. So I want to make sure I can at least go to pre-cal. But if I can't go to pre-cal this year, that would be sad, but I will have to deal with it. So yeah, I want to try to work on my Algebra 2, make sure I can test out and, be happy. And anyways, that is my team builder. A little short, but I feel like I shouldn't be taking too much of your time on my team builders because there really isn't much to explain most of the time unless I'm bringing a really complicated set, which this week none of my sets are really too complicated. My EV spread on this might be a little complicated, but not really. It's just, I have enough speed outspeed is base 80, max special defense, 40 special attack so I can hit Mega Dancy a little harder if he does choose to carry HP investment, which I feel like he will bring because Mega Dancy outspeeds my whole team naturally. So I feel like he doesn't need to bring enough. He only needs enough speed to out. Well, he could potentially speed to Latios, but Latios doesn't really stop it reasonably well. But if he chose to outspeed my next fastest Pokemon, that would be my Staraptor at base 100, so he wouldn't need that much speed. So yeah, that was pretty much my logic of bringing an extra 40 special attack, so Hidden Power Steel can potentially hit just as hard as a non-invested Hidden Power Steel with 0 HP investment on a Mega Dancy. So yeah, that's pretty much the team builder. I'll be seeing you in the battle, so yeah, au revoir and peace.